All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast. So the new moon this week, again in your fifth house. This is the second new moon we've had. The last one was here as well. But this one is conjunct up to Jupiter in the fifth. So the fifth house is the house of self-expression, most fundamentally. But it essentially represents anything in life that we're either passionate about or creating or have created. All right, so this can be anything from hobbies, creative projects, entrepreneurship, such as building small businesses for some of you, and then passions as well, like romance or children. If you have children in your life, or some of you may actually be having children. Actually, it's very possible with Jupiter in your fifth house. But yeah, the things we're passionate about. So it's an excellent time with Jupiter in the fifth to have fun, to get out there if it's more social for you. Or to, again, spend time with those or the things that are close to our hearts. So that's what the new moon is essentially about. Like I said, do give it time. It's still the early phase of this. This is both a new monthly thing, but also a new yearly thing involving Jupiter here. But listen, right, as we approach Thursday, really good to listen, see what new is shaping up in terms of where you can cultivate some of these opportunities. And that leads me to the next point, which is Jupiter doesn't really necessarily create anything in and of himself, so to speak, as much as he gives us a larger perspective, right? Gives us a bit of inspiration about the area, a bit of open-mindedness, but it really is up to us to cultivate it and implement it. So I think especially the second half of the week, and more so next week, once we start to build some momentum with this new moon, it will be excellent to cultivate some of these fifth house matters, whatever it is for you personally. And I think just fundamentally, like I said, expressing yourself is really the key with the fifth house. So Monday coming into the week, there is some stability with this. Saturn will be sextiling up to the sun to the fifth. And this could be stability in relationships. I think a lot of you have been working hard in this area, or maybe it's felt limiting these past couple of years. But there's some supportive energy with this. A lot of you are actually leveling up with the whole stability in relationships thing, which is finishing up actually here in just a couple months at the end of November, going into December. Saturn will leave your seventh house. So, but coming into the week nonetheless, you do have this support, this grounded energy about relationships, and that's really supporting the self-expression or whatever it is you're cultivating with the fifth. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Mercury does conjoin up to Jupiter. So right before the new moon, I think there is insight. I mean, there typically is because, you know, the new moon is about insight. But before that, Mercury conjuncts Jupiter, giving us, again, that big picture perspective. But here, particularly with the rational and practical mind. So it could be literally ideas that can be implemented. Or again, just a bit of hopefulness, right? And big picture perspective, which is setting the stage. So Tuesday, Wednesday, excellent time for just, again, listening, or maybe even quite literally writing down some things, right? Some plans, some goals, or whatever, intentions, let's say, and communicating, right? Getting out there, again, expressing yourself with Mercury conjunct Jupiter in the fifth house of self-expression. All right, so one other thing I do want to mention about the new moon is that it is going to be opposite up to Uranus, so it is a balancing new moon. And there, like I said, there could be a bit of erratic energy of wanting to break free, and that could have to do with friends or groups. Maybe there's something there that you want to implement that will create more freedom in this area, maybe more excitement in this area. And if it's not about the more social aspect for some of you, it might be about your aspirations. All right, it might be about the future, right? Your hopes and wishes for the future. But whatever it is, it's good to balance these two houses. And the balancing point of the fifth, if the fifth is our personal self-expression and our passions, then the 11th is everything that is larger than ourselves, right? In terms of groups, how can we give and contribute to something larger than ourselves? How can we contribute to the tribe, right? Or to the world at large and implement it that way? And in terms of the aspirations, this is about forward thinking, that it's great to be enjoying things in the present moment, by all means, but, you know, really putting that passion forward into the future and cultivating some of those aspirations is great. And that really balances it out because the group needs us to be having fun, enjoying ourselves. And in order for us to be enjoying ourselves, we do need to give to something larger than ourselves, whether it's a group or the future aspirations or the future, the world at large. Very humanitarian is the 11th house. Also technology for some of you. All right, so that is the new moon in a nutshell, and how it pertains to your sign. So I hope this was helpful, Taurus. I do recommend watching these videos for your moon and ascendant sign as well. So if you haven't yet seen those, be sure to check out the links down in the comment section. But I wish you the very best, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast. Take care.